Hello again and welcome back to my channel, to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up and Co. and Race 2, Round 6 of our Wednesday Manufacturers Cup. We're in Germany at the Nurburgring GP. This is the reverse grid for Race 2, another 25-minute race. And I'll take you straight through the grid now. So on pole position, we've got Nath, who didn't really get it going in Race 1, did he? And ended up coming in 10th, but sits sitting now at the front of the grid here for Race 2. Then we've got DJ in second. We've got Unforgiven in third. Unforgiven, thank you for the replay on this occasion. McGrath in fourth. Keyboard Captain in fifth. Wadru in sixth. Dan in seventh. PM in eighth. Stormfly in ninth. And Colonel Curtains in 10th. Right, I'm going to get this one underway then. And watch those lights as usual. Away we go. Down to turn one, this tight right hand hairpin corner, slowest corner on the circuit. Let's just make sure everyone's coming through nicely here. Yeah, looks like everyone's okay there. So Nath it is from Unforgiven. McGrath, look at Unforgiven. We can go around the outside if you keep the power down. Don't take too much of the run off, which he hasn't, and that's a perfect drive out of there from McGrath on the outside of Unforgiven. Gets yourself on the inside on the corner prior to that. Finds yourself on the outside, gets a good drive, and up to second he goes. Unforgiven back to third. DJ in fourth place already. DJ was, actually was in second, wasn't he, on the grid, so dropped a couple of spots there. Then Wadru up to fifth place. So Wadru will be looking for a better race this time as well. But Colonel Curtains, who already is up to sixth place from the back of the grid, so he's already on a bit of a mission. How did he get to there so quickly? Have a look, because he was at the back of the grid. He must have made up a few spots right at the start. Seventh place at this point. And presumably takes Keyboard Captain down here at Dunlop. Moves up into sixth spot. Yeah, he does. Keyboard ran it a little bit wide actually. It's an easy pass for Colonel Curtains in the end. So up to sixth he goes from the back of the grid after just, well, half a lap through the Schumacher S's they go. There's Stormfly. Dan right behind him. Stormfly just got pipped to victory in race one by Colonel Curtains. He went in, done a late stop, did Stormfly. And, just as he was exiting pit lane, Colonel Curtains came by and got him into turn one, and that's how it kind of ended. He didn't really have an answer for Colonel Curtains at that point, but he did lead for all of the race prior to that, Stormfly, so he'll be looking to see what he can do this time around. He's on the medium tyres at his first stint, with Dan also on the mediums, and PM back there in 10th on mediums as well. Our leader also mediums in Nath and McGrath, so McGrath really chasing down Nath. It's looking like he's hungry for that lead already. McGrath, after two laps, or start a second lap actually, after one lap effectively, is already challenging for this lead. Strong in that Porsche at the moment. Foot to the floor through there, takes as much as he can of that run off. Got a feeling that he really wants to get this pass done sooner rather than later. Right now, maybe down here, looks a little bit too far back to make a move. It would be a bit of a lunge if he goes for it down here. I don't think he will. No, he's going to sit behind Nath then at this point. Forgiven, still there in third. Wadru's made a spot up to fourth place. Got past DJ now, who's slipped back to fifth, but right behind him now is Colonel Curtains, and actually Keyboard's going with him, and Dan, so all of a sudden it's all closing up here at the front. So we've got quite a big queue of cars lined up, or half a second for Unforgiven. That must have been through the Schumacher S's. He's picked that up. Either that or through Michelin. If you run it a bit wide through there, you can pick up a penalty as you come across this chicane. Half a second there for Dan as well. But, just want to see how McGrath's doing, because he is right up hunting for that lead now. Almost side by side down this start finish, so start lap 3, and it's going to be McGrath on the inside. Nave's still holding it, he's trying to squeeze him, but Dan McGrath's going to get that done. But does he run it wide? He does. Nave's going to have it back on the outside, so if Nave can stick it out there. I don't think he can. There was a little bit of contact there, but he's tried to switch back, Nave, but I don't think he's going to get it done, although he's going to have a move. Oh, there was a little bit of a touch. A little bit of contact between them, but that's okay. But McGrath did get it done, and Unforgiven almost got caught up in it as well. I see him run wide a little bit as it came out of the arena. So look at this now, Wadru right up behind Unforgiven as well. So is he got to move on down here at Dunlop? Let's have a look. And also we've got Colonel Curtains challenging behind them. Wadru's not having a move, although there's a little door open there, but also Colonel Curtains challenging DJ there behind them. But it all still as it was, but still these two at the front, and it's still going on, and there's still a little bit of a move and a touch through Schumacher S's there, and that's going to give an opportunity to Unforgiven to try and get up the outside of Nave, and he's also going to lose a spot. Is he to Wadru? No, he's not. So Unforgiven goes through after that contact between McGrath and Nave. Now Unforgiven's going to lose that place again, because he's going to pull over to the right hand side for that penalty. Nave have grabbed that. Wadru should come by as well. He's going to be on the inside, Wadru. Yep, he's going to take that third off of Unforgiven too. So a few changes. There's Colonel Curtains up the inside of DJ, and also having a look at Unforgiven, but it's all closing in. It's all very, very close through the chicane. And look at this for a race. All suddenly stacked together. Sorts of lines getting driven through there. Little moment from PM at the back there. Little squirrely at the back. People captain behind Dan, but this is a great race in this. It's going to be like down here as they head towards turn 1. Stormflight trying to have a look at DJ. Dan's also there, who's going to be on the outside of Stormflight. Now he's going to keep it there. Can he keep it there? If he can keep it there all the way around this next section, around the Mercedes Arena, then he'll be lined up nicely for the inside for the right-hander, but he's not quite got that done, so just sits behind Stormfly then. Dan, there's DJ. There's that. There's the whole field in shots. There was a battle going on at the front, wasn't there, between McGrath and Nave. Quite a lot of contact going on as well, but he came out on top, did McGrath. There's a little bit of touchy stuff through Schumacher is here at this point, but it's now been relieved and he's got away as McGrath with Nave now sitting there in second. Wadru up to third. Soft tyres, so we know the front two are mediums. Wadru there on the soft in third position. Unforgiven, another penalty for him. He's picking them up, isn't he? He just got rid of one. He's going to have to go round again. So he must have only just picked that up, so maybe the same place through that Schumacher S's again for Unforgiven. So that's going to mean another half a second he's got to take off, and behind him is Colonel Curtains, and he's going to love seeing that in front of him, but he'll probably try and get that pass done before then. And we've got DJ and Dan as DJ runs it a little bit wide in the RSR. The older Porsche out of the two. There's the two styles, the two Porsches, but the new 911 GT3 and the old, if you like, the old 911 RSR. It doesn't look slow, does it at all? The older model, DJ. That did get the pass done in the end, up to 6th he goes, but yeah, the old Porsche there, still not looking too shabby, is it, in terms of pace. Stormfly in 8th, still not really got anything going at the moment. Those mediums. Again, up a spot to 9th with Keyboard Captain down to 10th now on the medium tyres. Maybe have had to have a penalty as well somewhere, perhaps. Head down towards Dunlop now for this lap. So Unforgiven then. No, he's not got done by Colonel Curtains at this point, not yet, but he will get that pass done because he's coming up to that zone now. And it will mean, well, I say it will mean, it should mean that he will lose that 4th place to Colonel Curtains. Does he lose the 5th place from Dan? It's not quite done yet, is it? So Colonel Curtains, oh, he's now. So as Dan managed to get past Unforgiven as well on the brakes up here at the chicane, he's going to go for it and decides not to. So not quite, but now he's got a good drive out there. He's on the inside coming into Coca-Cola, and he's going to get that 5th place off of Unforgiven. So that penalty then, half a second, has just cost Unforgiven a couple of places. Just noticed Wadrew's come in. So Wadrew's, I think, is the first one to stop. So he's going to be coming in off those mediums and onto the soft tyres for the rest of this race. We're just over 10 minutes in. Still close here in the middle of the pack. Lined up as Stormfly dives down the inside. DJ just had to move out of the way, and now Stormfly all over the back of Unforgiven. Surely going to have a pass up here at Valvoline. Yeah, he does. And then into Ford. Good pass from him. So now starting to make a few moves is Stormfly. Was sitting at the back there in 8th for majority of this race to this point, and then suddenly makes up a couple of spots in as many corners. So perhaps it's time now. He's thought it's time for him to have a go. Try and get a little bit closer to the front group. Consisting of Dan in 4th, Colonel Curtains in 3rd, Nath in 2nd, and McGrath in 1st. And this gap's just closed in again. Nath is now just pulled up, closing in on the back of McGrath. He also holds that fastest lap of 1:58.0. So almost into the 57s for Nath. So he dives in, so time for him to come in. Now what about McGrath? No, he stayed out. So Nath then is in. That's going to put Colonel Curtains up to 2nd and Dan to 3rd. Stormfly, he's 4th now. Unforgiven is 5th. There's a couple actually in pit lane then, wasn't there? Who else was in? It was DJ. So yeah, DJ and Nath in then as Keyboard Captain comes down towards turn 1 in 7th. Nath should be just about exiting pit lane. Oh no, he's getting fuel on. DJ's only just got into his box, so he's still sitting there. Wadrew, who's had his stop, remember, last time out, he's going to go into 8th place. What does he as Nath's exiting now, so he doesn't quite, so back to, well, 9th, but gains a spot then, does Wadrew. So Nath is on the soft tyres versus Wadrew on the mediums. So 8th and 9th place then. BJ out there in 10th after out on those softs. our leader then, McGrath, after the pressure that Nath was putting on to the back of him, has now got a bit of a clean run. He's got no one behind him, no one in front of him. And though he has got to stop coming up to that 14-minute mark in, and he's just dived in now. So here we go. Curtains, I think, also has got to come in, and he does. So too does Dan. So now here we go. This is where they're all starting to come in. Storm flies in. That's going to push Unforgiven right up to second place now. He's also got to come in, but he will take. In fact, he's taking the lead. They're all in. So yeah. So McGrath. Sorry, yeah, that's my mistake. McGrath, Colonel Curtains, Dan, Stormfly, PM, Keeble. They're all in. So Unforgiven then. It's going to have a good lead here over Nath, who's just coming out of the final corner now at Coca-Cola. But of course, these guys are going to be coming out. And where's Ra? Losing them all now. Well, he's there, isn't he? It's Wadry coming down, all piling out of pit lane. Right there in fourth. Nath going a bit wide there at turn one. That's allowed Stormfly through to second. So called softs for him. Nath on the softs. McGrath softs. Softs for Dan. Wadry on those mediums, as we know. Unforgiven, our leader, still got to come in. So the race is on here. Unforgiven is, where is he? Down at Dunlop. Just going through there. These guys coming into Valvoline and Ford. So he hasn't got a massive lead as Unforgiven, but it's a nice lead nevertheless. If he can get in and out of his pit box pretty rapidly, he might be okay. He might be in a good position. So we'll keep an eye. I'm going to stick with him now and just see. So here he comes now into pit lane. We'll go back to our second place man, Stormflight, and see where he comes out. Unforgiven. So Stormflight coming up to the final chicane now and into Coca-Cola, the final curb. So going round onto the start and finish straight. It's a long straight, remember. Pit lane is right at the end here. Unforgiven has changed his tyres, but he's not going to take the lead, is he? He's not going to come out in the lead, is he? Because Stormfly's past him. But he's going to be coming out shortly. And where's he coming out? He's coming out now. He's going to be down in something like 6th or 7th place. 7th at the moment, down into 2nd. McGrath in 3rd. Wadry 4th. Look at this between Dan and McGrath. Dan's going to have another go, is he? He is. Down on slightly better soft tyres than McGrath, so back to 3rd he goes. And Wadry with Colonel Kearns right behind him. Look at Colonel Kearns on a real charge in those soft tyres behind Wadry here. And then we've got Keyboard Captain. It's Stormfly who's leading this race now. And this is what he done in race 1. So we see Colonel Kearns. Is he going to make a move on Wadry? Oh, there's a little bit of a tap up the rear there from Colonel Kearns onto the rear of Wadry. Keyboard Captain's there too. And then Unforgiven behind them. Come through at the S's there. Takes a lot of that inside curve, does Colonel Kearns. That will be fine. Keyboard having a look. No. Thought he was going to go for it then. Did look like he was eyeing up a move on Colonel. There's Unforgiven. So from the lead to 7th place, just like that, and then PM behind them in 8th, with DJ in 9th place. And we've actually lost one, haven't we? Who we lost? Because we did have 10 drivers out there. Someone's come in and pit and not come out. So Maybe there was a technical issue with one of the driver's cars. Someone is missing. Is it Nath? I think it's Nath. It is Nath. Yeah, he's not there, is he? So yeah, Nath it is. Oh, so Nath was holding the fastest lap at 1:58.0. But DJ has just beaten that with a 1:57.3. So not only has he not come out for this remainder of the race, Nath, he's also just been beating on the fastest lap as well, so he can't even rely on that. So something technical from Nath there. Oh, so he's out of this race. So Stormfly and the rest won't worry about that. We're 19 minutes in, coming into the final 5 or 6 minutes of this race now. Stormfly is our leader. Dan in second with McGrath in third. So all the Porsches are leading this with next up the AMG of Wadru and Colonel Kearns and Keeble behind him. So he's kind of a bit of a Porsche fest here at the moment. Up at the top. Wadru being the odd one out as Colonel Kearns has a look. That's a great move, is it? He did make a good move through into Michelin. So up to fourth he goes, and now Keeble captain is also attacking Wadru. Wadru just can't get that drive on those tyres, can he? I think he's on the inside, Wadru, but I think Keeble captain's going to get him. Yeah, he just can't get it stopped, can he? Wadru on those mediums at the moment, he's struggling, he's going backwards a little bit, so maybe just can't quite get that car turned. Yeah, and Unforgiven behind him, 7th and 8th, and then there's DJ, that green Porsche in the background. So we'll move on here for DJ, for Unforgiven. I don't think so, it's too far back there. Obviously closes right in on the brakes, but no pass. Yeah. Now McGrath is just putting the fastest lap, 1:56.4. These two are finding it out. There is McGrath with Dan, and look how they've closed in on Stormfly all of a sudden. So did Stormfly have a bit of a moment somewhere, because he's lost a lot of time, or he's on those soft tyres. Maybe he's looking at his fuel thinking, I don't think I've got 4 more laps. Well, it's not actually 4 laps, is it? 4 minutes of racing in here. Maybe another 2, but Stormfly's been closed right in by Dan and McGrath. McGrath with that fastest lap into the 1:56s now. It's almost a second quicker than the last fastest lap of DJ. So really on a charge, but Dan is the one who's looking to take the lead of this race. And I don't know whether Stormfly's doing a bit of fuel saving, a bit of tyre saving, but whatever it is, he's trying to hold up these guys behind him. These two, Dan and McGrath, are right on it. And there's got to be a move down here for sure. Down here at the chicane, yeah, he's lining him up, Dan. Got to be pass on. Got to be on the outside. If you can stay there, can't really go through there to abreast, and it's going to be a bit of a mistake, and that's going to allow McGrath to get a bit of a switch back on Dan. And there you go, opportunity for McGrath. Oh, Dan was trying to take Stormfly, a little bit of contact, that slowed him down and let McGrath through, and up to second he goes. So now he's eyeing up the lead of this race. We're 22.5 minutes in. This might be the final lap, depends. They're going for it, and Dan's up there again for the lead of the race, for the second place. So these two are still at it. They're switching and swapping positions, Dan and McGrath. Back up to second goes Dan. Stormfly doing a great defensive job at the moment, but how long can he hold this on for? All over the track here, taking every part of the track limit he can. Stormfly, Dan, McGrath, and then you've got Colonel Kearns who's coming to join the party. This could literally be 4 Porsches fighting for the win here. As Colonel Kearns does get up to the back of them. McGrath running a bit wide there. Just lost a couple of tenths there from the two ahead of him. Through the S's they go. And 23 and a half minutes. We're going to get one more lap, aren't we, for these front guys anyway. But what a race this has turned into being at the end. Stonefly still holding it, but maybe now he's decided to go. I think he was just doing a little bit of saving there. I don't think he was planning on having so much pressure behind him though at that point. And also Dan almost getting it done there. Now what about here with Coca-Cola? It shuts the door, does Stormfly. No move there. So Dan will have to sit there for another lap and see if he can get a move down here at 1. So these 4 go across to start the final lap. What about a move down here? Is Dan going to line one up? Again, Stormfly slams that door shut. Can he hold it there? Does he not run it forward? Oh, Dan's made a mistake and that's hit McGrath. And you know what? Colonel Curtains has just took the opportunity. What an opportunity that is. Let's go back. Dan made a bit of a mistake. The old back of the car came round. He then went into the side of McGrath. Here, bang, McGrath had nowhere to go. Colonel Curtains saying thank you very much. I'll have both of them places. They're still trying to get going. McGrath grabs third from Dan. Oh, and now he's all got so much dirt on his tyres. McGrath, he can't even get the car started going forward. Let's put Dan back to third. So, whoa, all sort of changes here. So now Colonel Curtains, all of a sudden, he's got that opportunity of getting up to second. He's got Stormfly not that far ahead of him. Colonel Curtains could actually get a double here. We are on the final lap. This would be, what a result this would be from the back of the grid, remember, after being victorious in race 1. What can he do? Now Stormfly as he slides it round Dunlop out the other side. Has he got enough here, Colonel Curtains, to take victory from Stormfly? Stormfly, of course, will be thinking not again. He's leading it in race 1 and was done by Colonel Curtains right at the end. Is this going to be repeating itself here? I think he's okay. It all depends on how Colonel Curtains comes out of here. Is there a lunge up here? I think he's way too far back. I mean, he's certainly not shy and he'll go for it, but I think Stormfly is going to just about hold on. So come up to the final corner now for the final time here on the final lap. As long as he doesn't run it wide, I think it's going to be Stormfly and he's going to get it just. Colonel Curtains, is he? He does. That's a great finish there. Dan got it just ahead of McGrath. So third for Dan, fourth for McGrath. Unforgiven with a good 5th place. DJ is coming in 6th. Then was that a little mistake from Keeble? He's actually run out of fuel with Keeble, so Wadru might actually grab him. 7th, he does, so Wadru gets 7th PM in 8th from Keeble to 9th after running out of fuel. So all sorts of dramas going on at the end of that race, but what a great race that was. And that is your round 6 here for the Manufacturers' Cup. So yeah, more of the same will be required for the next time out, please, lads. That was really good racing. So I hope you enjoyed that. Join me next time, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.